Hello you most beautiful and most amazing top teners, I'm Rebecca Felgate and today I am gonna straight up horrify you if you can handle it. Watch on as I present to you the top 10 scariest moments in a horror movie. Remember, scary movies are for life, not just for Halloween. Okay, so in at number 10 we have the shower scene from It. I mean, so many people are afraid of clowns, and after watching this movie I think that it's totally understandable. Adapted from Stephen King's novel of the same name, It is a 1990s two-part mini-series that tells the tale of a strange shape-shifting predator that becomes various people's worst nightmares. As It is pretty much like a movie, and it's totally scary, we've popped it straight on this list. Eddie is in the shower when a demonic clown, Pennywise, who's been tormenting him and his friends, pops up through the plug hole like, surprise! I have no idea why Eddie then backs into a shower cubicle instead of running for his life. Either way, Pennywise emerges and claims that he will see Eddie in his dreams. Then he laughs manically with really pointy teeth. Just like, stop it, Pennywise. Things really aren't looking so good for Eddie. Next up we have a scene from the pulse racing Jaws. In at number 9 we have Chrissie's death. Chrissie is a party gal. She just wants to go skinny dipping in the ocean. She wasn't to know that there was a creature rolling in the deep waiting to devour her. Chrissie gets in the water and splashes around with the grace of a mermaid. We are treated to some glorious undershots of her in the water, but oh, from whose perspective are we seeing her? Could it be from the eyes of her silent killer? The music kicks in and it is just so terrifying. We then watch as Chrissie is tormented in the water, then dragged to her death. Cheery. Okay, so get ready because this is getting very heavy. In at number 8 we have the his father's eyes scene from Rosemary's Baby. I mean, if you've made it through the rape by demon scene near the beginning of the movie, by now you will know that it really wasn't the worst of it. The 1968 American horror movie starring Mia Farrow has many truly terrifying moments, but for me, this freaky scene near to the pinnacle of the horrifying movie is the worst. Rosemary thinks her son is dead, but soon hears his cries and realizes that actually he's not. Rosemary enters an apartment where a congregation of her freaky neighbors are sitting around a crib. Rosemary approaches her baby and cries out in horror, "What have you done to its eyes?" She's very scared. We then get a flash of the baby's devil face as she learns that actually she was indeed raped by Satan. It wasn't just a dream. Worse still, she now has Satan's child. Speaking of eyes, in at number 7 we have the key is in your eye moment from Saw 2. I was pretty young when this came out, so I do not know what I was doing watching this at the cinema because, oh my god. Jigsaw is a fickle soul who, despite assuming a morbid Robin Hood style moral superiority, just wants to kill people in the most gruesome way. In this 2005 sequel to the 2004 original, Jigsaw places a key to a human face ripping machine in some poor dude's eye. He then delights in telling him that this is exactly what he did, using footage from the moment it was done as he lay unconscious. Long story short, he either has to dig it out of his eye with a scalpel or let the trap pop his head apart. Choices. From a key to the ring, in at number 6 we have Samara climbing out of the TV. So at this point, some seriously horrifying stuff has gone down in the ring. We are well acquainted with the cursed videotape and Samara, the perpetrator of the chaos and murder. In this horrifying scene, we at first thought that all of the drama was over, but as Noah's TV turns on by itself and shows that image of the well, we realise that actually, it's never over. Noah is paralysed in fear as Samara climbs out of the well and through the TV, eventually walking her cold, wet, corpse-like feet over to him, where we catch a glimpse of her face before she kills him. So from an undead girl to a possessed little girl, I really don't know what's worse. In at number 5, we have the crawling backwards down the stairs moment in The Exorcist. Many refer to this as the spider walk scene. Whatever is going on, it is horrifying. The 1973 American horror movie has long been considered one of the scariest movies of all time, and this scene is short but jam-packed with the type of horror that made this film so iconic. 12-year-old Regan is possessed by a demon while her mother Chris helplessly looks on. Regan, in the throes of her crazy possession, runs down the stairs backwards on all fours, then spits out a whole lot of blood from her mouth. Vile. More blood up next at number 4, we have the "come play with us, Danny" moment of The Shining. So this is the second Stephen King entry on the list, my goodness. The Shining was transformed from a novel into a film in 1980 and was an instant hit. This scene, arguably scarier than the old lady in the bathroom moment, is well known and well parodied. That said, it really isn't funny when you watch the original. Danny is driving around the hotel corridors when he comes across two sisters at the very end of the corridor. The girls hold hands and creepily invite Danny to come play with them. Danny then sees a flashback of the hotel, seeing the two girls murdered with an axe, laying lifeless on the floor, covered in blood. It is brutal. Next up at number 3, we have the mother is found moment in Psycho. Hitchcock's 1960s classic Psycho is synonymous with the horror genre. After the infamous shower scene, the whole movie quickly descends into a disturbing nightmare as we see Norman Bates assume the persona of his mother. So this moment comes towards the end of the film as murdered Marion's sister Leela is running away from Norman Bates. She shows up at the motel to look for her sibling and discovers that actually it's all a bit weird. Leela goes to hide in the cellar when she encounters the corpse of Mrs. Bates. The way she turns around as well, just straight up skeleton in the face. If this wasn't horrifying enough, her screams then alert Norman, who rushes down the stairs dressed as his mother, yielding a knife. It's all about the music and the lighting here, courtesy of the light bulb knocked amid the drama. Getting even scarier, still I don't know if I can do this anymore. At number 2 we have the return of the book in the Babadook. 2014 movie The Babadook is one of the most terrifying modern films. Released in 2014, I was terrified throughout this whole film. The most frightening part for me, however, is the return of the book. Like, stop. Put that book away. After reading a terrifying book called The Babadook, a mother and her child start to very much freak out. So then she gets rid of the book. It's what all sane people would do. But in this scene, it comes back with a vengeance. After a couple of terrifying knocks at the door, the mother then finds the book once again, this time with some additional pages outlining how she will murder her dog, her son, and then herself. Just go away, Babadook. Nobody invited you. Okay, so we have reached that terrifying, all horrendous moment in our top 10 scariest moments in a movie, and this one, it just really gets me. At number 1, we have the grotesque finger-sucking scene in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Obviously, when it comes to this movie, the 1974 original is much more horrifying than the remake, as this scene is the absolute worst. The Texas Chainsaw Killer is dressed in a human Leatherface mask and catches Sally and ties her up. He then dresses as a woman and serves up dinner to Sally and the creepy hitchhiker from earlier in the movie. This is all horrifying enough, but it gets even worse as they bring down what we thought was the corpse of an old man to the dinner table. Turns out that the corpse is very much alive and has a thirst for blood. The hitcher and the Leatherface man cut Sally's fingers and let the old man suck her blood. It is so creepy. This makes my skin crawl on every single level, and the fact that it's based on a true story just makes me say, honey, I'm out. Someone pop on My Little Pony. Thanks. So that has been the top 10 scariest scenes in a horror movie. Did I leave anything out? Are there any scariest scenes that I need to know about? Actually, maybe don't tell me because I don't think I can watch them to verify. But worse yet, should I make a part 2? Let me know in the comments section down below. Also, let me know your favourite scary movie. I've been Rebecca Felgate. This has been Most Amazing Top 10. You guys should give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. If you want to scare one of your friends, then why not share it with them? And of course, subscribe to Most Amazing Top 10. And I will see you beauties next time. Be safe. If you see a leather-faced man, just run far away and not up the stairs. Big mistake.